Welcome back to Cryptid Adventures, where we cover the creatures you never want to run into in a dark alley, or a bright alley, or any alley, really. Last episode, we met the Huldra, a gorgeous Norse forest spirit with a cowtail she really hoped you wouldn't notice. Today, we're leaving Scandinavia and heading somewhere older, hotter, and significantly more deadly: ancient Greece. And the creature waiting for us there doesn't just kill people. It kills people after making them feel stupid first. Meet the Sphinx. Part woman, part lion, part eagle, part snake. All nightmare. Picture this: head of a beautiful woman, body of a lioness, giant eagle wings on its back, and a snake for a tail. Every part of that body is sending a message. The human face says, "Stay and talk to me." The lion body says, "I can rip you apart." The wings say, "You can't run." And the snake tail says, "Even if you somehow make it to the back, you're still dead." But here's the thing that makes the Sphinx genuinely terrifying. It doesn't attack you first. It asks you a riddle. It sits there completely calm and presents you with a puzzle. Solve it, you live. Get it wrong, it eats you on the spot. No second chances, no partial credit. This is a creature that finds intellectual humiliation entertaining. Most monsters just want dinner. The Sphinx wants to watch you fail first. Quick history lesson. The Sphinx didn't actually start in Greece. The concept came from Egypt. The Great Sphinx of Giza, built around 2500 BC, was a sacred guardian. No wings, no snake tail. It protected temples and represented the pharaoh's power. If you encountered one in Egypt, you were standing in front of something holy. Then the Greeks got hold of the idea and said, "Cool concept, let's make it a villain." They added wings, made it female, gave it a snake tail, and handed it a job: punish the city of Thebes. Because of an ancient sin committed by the city's king, the goddess Hera sent the Sphinx to sit at Thebes' front gate and block all traffic in or out. Anyone who wanted to enter or leave had to answer its riddles. Everyone failed. Everyone died. Thebes slowly starved. The desperate acting king made a public announcement: whoever defeats the Sphinx gets the crown and the queen. Great prize, extremely high mortality rate. Enter Oedipus. And this is where the story gets dark fast. As a young man, Oedipus visited the oracle at Delphi hoping to learn about his future. The oracle didn't sugarcoat it. You will kill your father and marry your mother. Horrified, Oedipus immediately fled his home in Corinth, never planning to return, all to avoid hurting the people he thought were his parents. What he didn't know, they weren't his biological parents. His real father was King Laius of Thebes, who had abandoned him as a baby to prevent a prophecy from coming true. Running from Corinth put Oedipus directly on the road toward Thebes and destiny. On the way, he got into a road dispute with a rude old man in a chariot and killed him. That man was King Laius, his actual father. He didn't know. He arrived at the gates of Thebes. The Sphinx was waiting. The Sphinx stared down at him from the cliff, surrounded by the bones of everyone who came before. Answer 3 riddles or I eat you. Miss even one, you're done. Oedipus didn't flinch. Riddle 1. 2 sisters. One gives birth to the other, and the other gives birth back. Who are they? Day and night, Oedipus said without hesitation. Each one creates the other forever. Correct? The Sphinx raised an eyebrow. Riddle 2. When you have me, you want to share me, but once you share me, you don't have me anymore. What am I? Oedipus thought for a moment. A secret. Tell it, and it's gone. Correct again. Now the Sphinx did something strange. It offered Oedipus a way out. No one has ever gotten this far. Walk away now. I'll let you live. The 3rd riddle has never been answered. Oedipus shook his head. Ask it. Riddle 3. What walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? Half a day passed. The Sphinx watched. Its claws scraped the stone. Then Oedipus looked up. A human being. As a baby, we crawl on all 4s. As adults, we walk on 2. When we're old, we use a cane, 3 legs. The answer was a person, standing right in front of you. The Sphinx had never been beaten, not once, and it couldn't survive being beaten. It threw itself from the cliff and died. Thebes was free. Oedipus walked into Thebes a hero. He was crowned king. He married the widowed queen, Jocasta, who was, of course, his biological mother. He still didn't know. Here's the irony that makes this story immortal. Oedipus answered the riddle about human nature perfectly. He understood the full arc of a human life, from crawling infant to elderly man with a cane, but he had absolutely no idea who he was. He didn't know his own parents, his own origin, what he'd already done that morning on the road. He outsmarted the creature that had killed everyone else and still walked straight into the worst fate imaginable, because the one thing he never understood was himself. The ancient Greeks carved 2 words above the entrance to their most sacred temple at Delphi: "Know thyself." The story of Oedipus and the Sphinx is the most brutal possible illustration of what happens when you don't. The Sphinx wasn't just a monster, it was a test, asking one question underneath all its riddles: do you actually know what a human being is? Oedipus answered correctly, and then spent the rest of his life proving he still didn't know the answer when it came to himself. Before you go, here's a riddle for the comments. I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I? Drop your answer below. No Sphinx waiting for you. Probably. Thanks for watching Cryptid Adventures. Subscribe, and I'll see you next episode where something even worse is waiting.